Hello, I wanted to make a video to tell you a little bit about the developments, even if this week was really quiet. Everyone is waiting to see what's happening with Trump and with the war, and the markets just go up and down. It seems like there is no clear direction. Well, in these cases, we stuck to what we had before. In my last video from the 25th of February, we had this setting. This was the downward channel, and I told you I'm expecting the price to go down. Okay, today in the morning, I didn't have time to make and upload a video, but I had made these pictures. And here they are in the presentation. This is the H4 chart. This means the lines here show us always 1 week. Here on the 30 minutes chart, this line here is for 1 day. So when we look every day, when we look at the charts, it's best we also look at this 30 minutes chart from the MQL5. So this week was really, not so good for trading. Only if you are a day trader, you could have done something. But you could have not known if, for example, from this point it goes up or it returns. What's really risky for traders is um, to establish, for example, at one point to see if it breaks above this line and it goes a little bit up, then I jump in and buy. The same thing could have happened here. I hope you didn't buy at this point, because when we have this kind of settings, when the market is waiting for so long to choose a direction, there are many fakes. It happens very often, and there are at least 3, 4 fakes. So with time, we don't call them fake anymore, because you see, here we can already put a line. But the bad news is, if you think it will choose a direction faster than it does. So in the markets, it's best to wait. You see, I have entered these trades, pretty from the beginning. I saw this big movement down, and I expected a little correction and then the downward movement to continue. But it stayed a few days longer than expected. I should not say longer than expected, because um, you don't know what happens in the markets in advance. You can only follow and adapt. In this case, adapting means just waiting, because you see sudden moves and sudden returns. You see, this happened all the time. Big moves, but then just waiting and returning to the same price levels. The same happened today. If we regard the chart from now, we go to here, for example, on the 1 hour chart. Where is it? 1 hour chart here, you see after going down, the price went up again and it reached the levels from yesterday here. Still, it didn't go through this line. As expected, it will continue down, but for us to be sure it can continue down, we have to wait until the price is not moving so fast anymore. So it should move something like this a little bit slowlier so that we see sellers are jumping in slowly, not suddenly, because if the price movement is so sudden, like you see all the time here, then a correction is following. In order to try to explain you what's happening now, I have just put on the paper the bearish pendant. What is very important here is, like I told you a few times before in previous videos, where is the price coming from? Before all this pendant started, where was the price coming from? Well, we were in a descending channel, so the price was coming down like this. And this is the first important element here. Where is the price coming from? And the second important element is, wait a second, is to see the angle. Which angle is broader? If we put an angle, if we want to measure the angle, we can just imagine, or we can just take some lines like I did here and see where my angle is. Oh, wait a minute, I am actually in this position. And the price will go to the direction where we have the smaller angle. What did I do here? I reversed a normal bearish pendant. So I took this image I designed here and inversed it. I also wrote here bearish pendant inversed. This means we have the same angles, but in our case, we have a little bit a different formation because it starts with a slower move here and the movement then just gets bigger. So we are not in the normal situation from here, but somehow we are in an inverse pendant situation. And this is what we have to consider right now. So if I consider these two angles, this angle here made by these two green lines, I see this angle is bigger than this angle. What does this mean? It means that the price is willing to stay more in this area than is willing to stay in this area. Here the price always pushes higher and higher, but it doesn't find buyers. Instead, when the price goes down, he is able to find more buyers at around the same levels. So if we regard the bearish pendant and we inverse it, we get our direction, which is this way. Of course, I said this much faster, but when such kind of situation appears, it's just difficult. You have to have a large margin and wait until the price develops in your direction. In this case, it's possible to lose a lot of money if you try to jump in making a trade, for example, here or here or here or here, because you cannot know when this pendant will finish. It's easier to trade when you are in a channel, but in such a pendant, you just need to wait. And very important to consider the previous direction given by the chart, previous to the pendant formation. This is very important. I will write it down. Consider the price formation shown previous to pendant formation. In our case, we had this downward kind of channel, and I said the price will go down. And then we have this long staying within pretty much the same range. And here we have the range on the 1 hour chart. This means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We are already 5 days with the same price levels. We have the same price levels. And if we also count this price level here, because it stays in the same range, then we have 7 days. What is 7 days? It is already a full cycle. What happens after a full cycle? Continuation, reversal, or another rest, which is not so possible, staying another 7 days within the same range. But I have seen this in the past. One time the price was staying within the same range for 20 days. This kind of price non-movement makes traders just crazy. And the price didn't have a very stable range. This is even more difficult. So what you want to do when this kind of situations appear in the market, it's not very often, but they appear, is just stay out or follow the trades you are already in. Follow, uh, just stay and wait until the price develops in your direction. It's the best thing you can do right now. Because price will come out of this range. Sooner or later, it will come out. And I'll come back to you then. For now, wish you a pleasant weekend and let's prepare for more pips next week. Thanks for watching, and if you didn't subscribe yet, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.